Three's Company turned everyday mishaps into primetime magic and cozy laughs in the late 70s and early 80s. Yet behind that swinging beaded curtain, so much happened off camera that viewers never saw. Prepare for 10 quirky, surprising facts about the show that rewrote sitcom history. Number 1. The cast was banned from ad-libbing. Let's go back to 1977, when Three's Company first burst onto television screens. The laughs seemed spontaneous, the pratfalls pure chaos. But here's a twist. The cast was banned from ad-libbing entirely. Even as John Ritter hurled himself over couches and Suzanne Somers volleyed zingers, every word and movement was tightly choreographed. No one could sneak in an improvised joke, not even in the heat of the moment. This strict rule came from both network executives at ABC and the show's directors, who demanded consistency for each episode's fast-paced slapstick style. Writers crafted each punchline with precision, knowing that every laugh depended on flawless timing. So the next time you recall Ritter's iconic falls or Joyce DeWitt's double takes, remember, what felt loose and unpredictable was actually ironclad and planned right down to the last giggle. It's a clever trick of television, hiding careful orchestration behind layers of laughter. As the credits rolled in 1984, fans never suspected the tightly wound system ticking behind all that comic chaos. Now, let's uncover more secrets behind this classic apartment farce. Number 2. The Ropers spin-off. Nearly killed their characters. A creaky apartment door, the echo of Stanley's grumble. Suddenly, it was gone. In 1979, Norman Fell and Audra Lindley stepped away from Three's Company to headline The Ropers, a shiny new spin-off on ABC. But what fans didn't know was that behind the scenes, contracts had locked them out. If the spin-off flopped, they were barred from returning to Three's Company right away. The Ropers struggled, lasting only until 1980, but by then, it was too late. A legal technicality had erased two of sitcom's most familiar faces. Enter Don Knotts as Mr. Furley, a new landlord with his own zany energy. But the chemistry had shifted for good. Loyal viewers felt the empty space where Stanley and Helen's banter used to live. Their exit changed the mood of the show, proof that sometimes, behind laughter, contracts quietly rewrite television history. And just like that, sitcom magic was never quite the same for Jack, Janet, and Chrissy, or for anyone watching at home. Number 3. Jack's job changed without explanation. Some sitcom jobs are as steady as clockwork, but Jack Tripper's resume is anything but. When Three's Company debuted in 1977, Jack was set up as a passionate culinary student, full of wide-eyed ambition and floppy chef hats. But stick around for a few seasons, and suddenly Jack's workplace seemed to move as often as his punchlines. One episode, he's flipping omelets in school. The next, he's waiting tables, running a bistro, or unveiling Jack's Bistro, a storyline shift that left fans grinning, if a bit confused. All this was less about plot, more about fun. John Ritter's improv magic let writers riff with looser continuity, following both his comic instincts and real-time feedback from loyal viewers. No matter if he wore a chef's jacket or a busboy's apron, Jack's charming cluelessness always brought the apartment to life and kept everyone rooting for him, one unpredictable career move at a time. What's next for Jack? Just wait, because on this show, anything can happen. Number 4. The show was a remake of a British comedy. There's a curious twist behind the breezy antics of Three's Company, one most fans never caught. When ABC launched this sitcom in 1977, they were banking on a proven British hit. Three's Company drew heavily from the UK's Man About the House, adapting scripts nearly scene for scene in those first seasons. Gags, misunderstandings, even entire episodes made the jump, simply swapping English flats for coastal Santa Monica apartments and trading tea for Jack Tripper's infamous kitchen blunders. Producers wanted to see if the uptight awkwardness of British humor could charm American audiences. As the show caught fire, writers began threading in more California flavor, leaning into sun-soaked patios and palm tree sight gags. But through it all, the show's DNA was undeniably transatlantic, an inside joke few picking up their TV dinners ever knew. Next time you hear that familiar laugh track, imagine its roots echoing from across the pond. Number 5. John Ritter was the only cast member to appear in every episode. Picture a living room echoing with laughter, Jack Tripper tumbling over a couch, somehow making embarrassment look both graceful and hilarious. In the world of Three's Company, nobody was more essential than John Ritter. He was the only actor who appeared in every single episode, all 172 from 1977 to 1984. Producers knew that without Ritter's electric comedic timing, the show's heart would stop beating. Even as roommates came and went, Suzanne Somers' Chrissy, Joyce DeWitt's Janet, even Don Knotts as Mr. Furley, Jack Tripper remained the anchor. Off-screen, tensions simmered and contracts shifted, but Ritter's slapstick artistry kept the comedy engine running through every cast shuffle and behind-the-scenes battle. By season 8, audiences wouldn't just expect Jack's physical antics, they relied on them. It was as if Ritter's very presence ensured laughter, night after night. As we turn the page, let's dive deeper into the characters and gags that made Three's Company a classic, enduring long beyond Jack's final pratfall. Let's pause for a second. Did you ever try to master Jack Tripper's goofy falls? Or pull off your own sitcom-worthy prank? Share your favorite Three's Company scene or character twist in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. Number 6. The landlord's surname accidentally changed. On Three's Company, few characters brought as much comedic chaos as the landlords, Stanley and Helen. But sharp-eared fans caught a slip. Just before the duo left for their own spin-off series, a building manager in the dialogue suddenly referred to them as the Ropers, mismatching their well-established surname. What seemed like a throwaway line actually revealed the backstage rush. As producers scrambled to launch the new series The Ropers in 1979, writers tweaked scripts on the fly, letting the couple's soon-to-be-famous moniker slip in a bit earlier than planned. It was a tiny mix-up in a sea of shenanigans, but oddly suited to how Stanley's bumbling and Helen's exasperation turned real estate into a comedy of errors each week. For longtime viewers, the surname slip became just another part of the apartment's constant churn. Sometimes the best sitcom moments happen when nobody's really looking, and this one left a lasting stamp on television's most unforgettable landlords. Number 7. Priscilla Barnes broke her leg. During filming, imagine catching your favorite sitcom and noticing something just a little different about the familiar living room. During the 6th season of Three's Company, Priscilla Barnes, the actress behind Nurse Terry Alden, fractured her leg, right in the middle of the show's run. The production team had to get creative, positioning Barnes behind couches or kitchen counters in episode after episode, so viewers wouldn't catch on too quickly. If you look closely, you can spot her subtle limping or the strategically placed props intended to hide her cast. Scripts were hurriedly adjusted around her mobility, yet the laughs never stopped. It's a testament to backstage ingenuity and Barnes's professionalism. Showbiz really does carry on, no matter the mishap. Small details like this remind us just how much went unnoticed back then, beneath all that canned laughter. Let's take another step deeper into the world behind the camera, where even a twisted ankle can spark a television legend. Number 8. The Neighbor. Larry was not in the original pilot. Picture a living room with the TV glowing and laughter bubbling as Jack Tripper lands in another mess. But look closer at the very first pilot and you won't find Larry Dallas, the boisterous neighbor with a penchant for pastel shirts and pocket chains. When Three's Company was gearing up for its 1977 debut on ABC, producers felt it was missing a certain streetwise sparkle. That's when Richard Klein landed the role of Larry, Jack's wingman and comic catalyst. Larry's hustler energy and flirt-everywhere swagger brought a jolt to every episode, turning him into an unlikely heartthrob and prankster-in-chief. His relentless get-rich schemes and that signature toothy grin added a layer of mischief missing in the show's earliest moments. It's wild to think the show almost skipped the legendary character that kept Roper on his toes and the regal beagle hopping. With Larry in place, Three's Company fully captured that madcap California dream. And just when you think the quirks end, another secret waits around the corner, ready to keep us guessing. Number 9. Suzanne Somers used cue cards on set. Draw back the curtain on Season 5 of Three's Company, and you'll notice something odd with Chrissy Snow. During that infamous contract dispute in the early 80s, Suzanne Somers was suddenly filming her scenes away from the rest of the cast. She read her lines straight from cue cards, usually in a separate room, a world apart from her sitcom roommates. Producers tried to pull off the illusion, hoping viewers would still feel Chrissy's bubbly presence even as backstage tensions reached a boil. But fans were sharp. The once seamless banter now felt awkward and out of step, like phone calls stitched into the episode or reactions a beat too slow. Somers appeared alone on screen or sandwiched between commercial breaks, her charisma muted by the rift. By 1982, after weeks of cue cards and carefully cropped shots, Suzanne Somers would exit the show for good. It left Three's Company changed, the laughter still there, but a lighter note missing from the harmony. The memory of her sidelined presence lingers, a reminder of just how crucial off-screen bonds can be. Number 10. The apartment door always changed numbers in early episodes. Sometimes it's the smallest details that send fans down the rabbit hole. Take that cheery Santa Monica apartment on Three's Company. If you looked close during the show's first season in 1977, you'd catch the front door quietly swapping its number, bouncing between 291 and 201 with zero explanation. It wasn't just an oddball quirk. The set designers were still perfecting the vibe, making last-minute tweaks as the series started to find itself on ABC. For eagle-eyed viewers, this slip became a badge of honor, a detail you'd point out to your friends to prove you were in the know. It's the kind of goof that whispered, "Hey." Behind the laughter and slapstick, there were real people scrambling to get things just right. In a world where everyone remembers the pratfalls and misunderstandings, sometimes it's a blink-and-miss detail that lets you feel part of Three's Company's wild backstage story. Blink, and we're already on to the next little oddity.